Hi everyone, my name is Susanna. I'm the designer behind Fosbas Designs, and today I'm happy to share with you the final review of the stitch sampler blanket which we're using for our Crochet-Along. And this is what it looks like. There are different sections, 9 in total. We'll be spending a week in each of the section, and we're starting today with this beautiful part. This is what we're crocheting today. In this section, we'll do that for 1 week, and after which we'll progress to the next section, section 2, and we'll do this other section, and then the next, and the next, till we're done. The concept is to give us enough time and still be able to complete the sections in time to have a texture, beautiful blanket at the end of the Crochet-Along. I wish and I hope that you will have mastered some of the stitches used. You can go use different colors, different yarn from what I've used. I really love to see what you come up with in making your own beautiful fashion of this blanket. So let's get into the material list. Let's do a quick review of the first section of the sampler blanket, which is what we're starting week 1 today. So this is what it looks like, the first section that we're doing today. This is the edging, so not the granny part, just this portion. And I'll make a smaller swatch to show you how to do that. For the tutorial, I'll be using 2 contrasting colors. This will be my main color and this will be my contrasting color. Instead of purple, I'll be using this, and it's called Jade. It's 24/7 cotton by Lion brand. It's also a number 4 medium weight yarn, which you can also call worsted weight or aran weight, light aran for those in the UK. And this will be the second color. To make it much easier, I won't be going with the 171 chains. If you're making the full blanket, your starting chain should be 171. For this, I'll be doing 31. So I'll make 31 chains. I forgot, we're using 5mm crochet hook. That was what I used for the blanket, and that's what I'm using for this other stitch sampler. You can use any hook size that is appropriate with your tension and yarn. So we have 31 chain, you will have 171 chain. We'll work in the first row with our main color, and we'll do single crochet in second chain from hook, and in each of the chains. You can opt for foundation single crochet. So you will have foundation single crochet 170 instead of foundation single crochet, instead of going with a chain of 171. So I'll do single crochet in each of the chains till the end of the row. Right, we're done with the chains. So row 2, you go ahead and make chain 2, which is not a stitch throughout, and we'll work in double crochet in each of the stitches. We'll do this throughout the row, and we'll be back to show what it looks like. Perfect. Row 2 completed. So row 3, you can start the row with a chain 3 and count that as a stitch, or we'll continue with the model of chain 2, do not count as a stitch, double crochet in the first stitch, and then you want to skip the next 3 stitches and make a treble into this stitch. That's the 4th one. To make a treble, yarn around your hook twice. You have 2 loops, 3 loops on your hook, and the 4th stitch you work in a treble. So this is 4 loops. Yarn around, pull the first 2, yarn around your hook again, pull through the next 2 loops, yarn around, and the last 2. Perfect. So we've got 1, 2, 3 stitches that are skipped, and we'll work in a double crochet in each of the stitch, starting with the first skipped stitch. So this is the first stitch, and I've done a double crochet. So we have 2 more skip stitches. We're not working over, we're working from the behind of the treble. So I usually just retract it towards myself to expose the 2 other skipped stitches. Second skip stitch done, and this is the 3rd skip stitch. That doesn't look right, that's why I dropped it. Perfect. So this is what we have got, 1, 2, and 3, and this is the 4th stitch where we have a treble. So we'll do that again. I'll try and be slow to show what I'm doing. So yarn around my hook twice, and then I'll skip 1, 2, and 3, and insert my hook into the 4th stitch. Yarn around my hook, pull up a loop. I've got 4 loops on my hook. Yarn around my hook and pull out through the first 2 stitches. Yarn around, pull through the next 2 loops, and through the last 2 loops to have a loop left. We've got 3 skip stitches. Make sure not to count this as a skip stitch. It's got a treble from the previous lap. 1, 2, and 3. So we'll pull this towards us to have exposure of the 3 skip stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So you want to carefully insert your hook into the first skip stitch and work in a double crochet. See that? First, keep retracting this to yourself towards you. Second double crochet. You see you've got that stitch over here. That's the 3rd one. 3rd. And then we'll go ahead to yarn around our hook twice and skip 3. Did I do 3? Perfect. This is what it should look like. To try showing you in case you're confused of the skipped stitches, let's try this method. We'll put in a stitch marker in each of the stitches to skip, second and the 3rd. Three skipped stitches, and we'll put in a 4th stitch marker in the 4th stitch. Yarn around your hook 4 times. Yarn around your hook 2 times to have 3 loops on your hook. Skip 3 stitches. Those are the 3 purple stitches with stitch markers, and then you do the 4th stitch into the yellow one. 1, 2, and 3. Still leave this so that you don't get confused. So we want to crochet into the skipped stitches. That's the stitch with each of the 3 stitch markers. So we'll start with the first one and we can remove that. Double crochet, 1. We'll pick the second one and we'll do a double crochet. Third one, and we'll do that. Then you know that this is the 4th one and you're not going to do anything because we already made a treble into it. I hope this is helpful. Now I won't remove the 4th. I'll keep it there to help with counting the next skip stitches. So you know you starting your next stitch count from this stitch, because this has got the yellow stitch marker and it indicated that we've done our treble in this. So 1, 2, 3, working your treble in this, and behind it you do your double crochet in each of these. This is what it should look like at the end of this row. So I'll continue and you continue yours to the end of the row. I'll be back to show you what I've got. Perfect. So I've done my repeats till the last stitch of the row, and this is what I've got. That's the last stitch. I'll yarn over, yarn round my hook, pick up a loop, and finish off the row with a double crochet. So this is what you should have with the treble stitches hanging out this way. So to the next row, which is now 1, 2, 3, row 4, we'll chain 2 and we'll work in a double crochet into the first stitch. We'll skip the next 3 stitches and work in a treble in the next stitch. We'll go ahead to work in a double crochet in each of the skip stitches, keeping the treble behind. So this is what we've got, and this is what it looks like on the other end. Another treble in the 4th stitch, keeping the treble behind. We're working our double crochets starting from the first skip stitch. Perfect. And then we'll continue this repeat till the end of the row. I'll be back to show you what it looks like at the end of the row. Perfect. So I have row 4 completed, and this is what it looks like. Moving on, you know, it's from the wrong side. This is what it will look like, and when you flip over, it will be this way. So we turn at this end of the row and have our chain 2. We'll work double crochet in each of the stitches. So we'll continue working a double crochet in each stitch till the end of the row, and then we'll show what it looks like. Close to the end of the row, double crochet in each of the stitch, and this completes row 5. Turning chain, and we'll proceed to row 6. Double crochet in the first stitch. We had chain 2 at the beginning, and we're working double crochet in each of the stitch, just as we did for row 5. Row 6, chain 2, double crochet in each stitch across. This is what we've got at the end of row 6. So basically, we're just going to continue repeating the last 4 rows. So that will give us repeating row 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll continue the repeat until we have the desired width of 8 inches. So chain 2, double crochet in first stitch, treble, skip the the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then treble in the next stitch. So this is basically like we did in row 3. Double crochet in each of the skipped stitches, starting from the first one. We'll continue to repeat this. Row 3, that's what you're repeating when you're in row 7. And this is our right side. Treble in next stitch. And continue the sequence till the end of the row. At the end of the row, we have double crochet in the last stitch. So basically, you have a double crochet at the beginning and double crochet at the end. You want to make sure that the treble they all made are both at the front and the back side, the wrong side, looks clean without any triple. So the next row is a repeat of row 4, that's row 8. You want to chain 2 at the beginning, double crochet in first stitch, and then we'll do treble again, yarn around your hook twice, and insert into the 4th stitch, crocheting from into the stitches that will skip, the first skip stitch, so I'll drop this and I'll pause the recording, I'll continue crocheting, repeat row 3, 4, 5, and 6. I will continue until we have 8 inches. I'll be back when I'm close to 8 to show you what I've got. Perfect. So this is what we've got, and we have 8.5 inches. So I prefer to have 2 rows of double crochet after the basic double crochet and treble stitches together. So we went for 1/8, that's 18 rows in total, and this is what it looks like. This will be our right side, and when we flip to the other side, this is what the wrong side looks like. So I hope to see what you'll come up with, and post your progress in the community group on Facebook. You can ask questions in the comments section if you've got any questions, suggestions, and I'll see you next week. Let me give you a glimpse of what we'll be doing next week. I'll be using my white as the contrasting color, and this is what we'll be making next week. So next week we'll be switching it up, learning the moss stitch, and that will be in 4 inches. So this is what we'll be doing next week. I'll be using 2 colors. If you're going to follow my prototype, you can get 2 different shades of your next section. So we finished part 1 and we'll be having part 2 with the 2 shades next week. Yeah, you can go with just a single color. So that means I'll be back with these 2 colors next week. See you. Thanks. Bye.